Hello and welcome to Opening Arguments. This is Vapid Response. Wow, back from the dead. It's only been like a couple weeks, right? It feels like forever. But it's Vapid Response 39. Oh, it should have been 40.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. We were off for a little bit, but we're back. I'm Thomas. That over there is real life immigration attorney Matt Cameron. How are you doing, Matt?
Ciao, amici. Doing good. Here to talk about one of the most pressing problems in America, anti-Italian discrimination.
Oh,
waiting
yeah,
for this one.
Oh, man.
Sure. And producer Lydia, how are you doing?
Hi, pretty good. I'm married to a 40-year-old now. That's weird.
That's bad luck.
I don't even know what to say about
Why
that.
Dump that loser. Go out with me.
Oh, wait, same guy. Oh,
Best birthday of my life. I hope you're enjoying it.
Yeah.
I got him a sunburn.
Yeah,
that was my present.
Yeah. It was fair. Had several skin surgeries.
Yeah,
but,
we're testing his skin resilience at 40.
When you don't go out in the sun ever, it turns out the sun's not very gentle on you.
Yeah.
But also, what's the thing where it's like time flies and yet the 2-week off we've all forgotten how to do every component of Vapid Response.
Yep.
How does that work? What's going on? It's like, what's going on?
Yeah. What's the deal?
This is the rule now. But anyway, what are we going to be talking about today?
Well, today we've got a delightful pairing. Of course, as usual, we've got a fun surprise amuse-douche, which we'll be getting to from one of the country's greatest douches, being as douchey as possible. And we have got
Steady
a pair
your
of
heart,
stories.
40-year-old.
Yeah,
Yeah, this is an amuse. You say as usual, but this is an amuse douche that's gone to great lengths to stay secret from this douche, from me.
Trying to do that these days. It's one of my favorite things, is just throwing things at you. And then we have got a pair of stories from New York City and from Boston, Massachusetts, my own hometown, both involving anti-Italian discrimination. We're going to check in on the state of it. And I want to say up front, of course, that some of my best friends are Italian. That is true. It's even a joke. Love the North End, which we'll be talking about in Boston. Love my Italian culture and my Italian people. But I think we can pretty much agree as of 2026, there isn't really any such a thing as anti-Italian discrimination. Or if there is, I haven't seen it. I don't know.
Well, I don't know. Sort of like how if you say, maybe they shouldn't do genocide, then all of a sudden you're anti-Semitic. I think if you say maybe Columbus wasn't that cool, then all of a sudden you're anti-Italian, I guess.
Yes, that actually will come up in one of our complaints that we're talking about.
Of course it will.
I could have guessed that. I did guess that. They don't have that many things to go to.
Yeah, it's a fascinating look at what happens when white people claim discrimination. There's some where there's woke material here for sure. I would love to come back and just do like a deep dive for Gavel Gavel on the Boston lawsuit, and especially because it only wrapped up this week, which is why I wanted to talk about it.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
But yeah, well, you'll find out. But
Boston
it is
v. Italians?
the other way around.
Italians v. Boston.
Italians v. Boston, yeah.
Historically, that has not worked out for either side when they... But it's going to be a good time. I promise. This is going to be a fun one. We can not think about the week's news. And of course, we'll come back to the week's news on Friday because that's what we do. But I just wanted to, I couldn't resist when I saw these two stories could pair so well. That's what we're here for, is delectable pairings of terrible shit.
Italian wines. There you go.
That's right.
All right. Well, I'm excited. I can't wait to find out who the douche is, too. That's my favorite thing. Total surprise. Well, we've got to do our usual stuff. We'll take a break, but we've got to thank our patrons, our Hall of Famers, our all-time greats. Love doing it. Each and every time that we do Vapid Response, we thank those patrons, and they get to tell us what to say, and we can't really argue about it.
They get to tell Thomas what to say.
Yeah, it's
specifically,
true.
You guys.
That's a good point. It's mainly me.
Yeah.
Thank you to Dylan Love, Rebecca, Bewitched, Beclowned, Bewildered. My house is a mess, but I read a lot of books. Griff the Tired 1L. Matthew Cutler, autistic streamer, twitch.tv/MTC_streams. Gary the Seagull. Good stuff. I miss Gary. Nope. No way am I reading that, you monster. Unremarkable. Amina. Donna Treadaway, Mother of Herodins. Mike Lipinski. Go hang a salami. I'm a lasagna hog. I feel like, man, was that an older one? I hope these have refreshed. Maybe because we took time off, people didn't believe in us.
Yeah.
Darn. Cyanitis. Youngest on Supreme Court is a meaningless distinction when they're all old enough to have grandkids. I guess. I don't know. Unfortunately, the Supreme Court is the one place where they are getting younger but it's for a bad reason. Like you'd almost rather them be older there, but younger everywhere else.
Careful what you wish for. We don't want a Doogie Howser Supreme Court justice. That's not really good.
Not unless they're on the left.
Maybe. Even that.
Now it's an arms race.
Unless it's actually Neil Patrick Harris.
I think it's a pretty easy distinction. When it's somebody who is standing for election, then younger would be better. When it's somebody who gets a lifetime appointment, then I'm fine with them being older. So they're not ruining our lives forever. But, great preponderance of the evidence. Always love that. Last train to Skanksville. The plural of footnote should be feet notes.
Oh.
Feet notes. Okay. Or just feet note.
Yeah. I think you have to pick.
You don't get to greedy pluralizer over there. You don't get to pluralize all of it. Apprentice of Adventure and Charlie Kelly, attorney at Bird Law. Thank you so much, top patrons. Those are the folks that, again, are at that $5 level and above at patreon.com/law for at least a month. They're the backbone of our economy, and they make the show happen. We thank them so much. And now we'll take a break and get to an amuse douche. So surprising. I don't even know what it is yet.
Yeah.
All right, cat's out of the bag. It's not right now.
It's this guy, whoever that is.
What a douche.
That is Steve Inskeep. He's very nice.
Oh, okay.
And he has a lovely voice of NPR.
Yeah.
Not the douche.
He is peak NPR. He is like built for NPR. He's got the voice. He's got the everything. So, amuse douche. Am I hitting play?
Well, I have to set this up for a second. Okay. So we're going to be looking at Mark Twain Humor Prize award-winning Bill Maher, who just accepted this award at the Kennedy Center. Of course, nobody wants to go to the Kennedy Center right now for obvious reasons.
Except Bill Maher and Louis C.K. and a bunch of other comedians.
So friend of the show, Hannah, sent me this clip and said I had to stop and watch this. She'd actually heard this on NPR because they put a clip of it. And it is pretty unbelievable what he's going to do here, even for Bill Maher, who we know, of course, loves Bill Maher more than anybody.
Oh, yeah. We cover him all the time on Where There's Woke. It's hard to not just cover him all the time. He's the most frustrating piece of shit.
So annoying.
Little narcissist. Hate him.
Mark Twain, of course, one of the greatest writers and greatest humorists in American history. Absolute legend. Just to name one thing, I love to mention this every time I mention Mark Twain. Did you know that in his autobiography, which is a really famous autobiography, he died in 1910, and he left a bunch of stuff that could only be released 100 years later. So in 2010, the actual authorized, uncensored biography. And he's got more, and then more came in 2013. Just all the dirt. He had a lot of dirt to dump that he waited. And now nobody's going to be reading Bill Maher, and who's going to care about Bill Maher in 100 years, right?
Nobody cares about him now.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Right. So let's hear what he has to say about his how he feels about accepting a prize, which, by the way, has also been accepted by people like Eddie Murphy, Tina Fey, Jon Stewart, all of whom I think qualify as Mark Twain, maybe not level, but Mark Twain-esque. They're up there.
Did you know I went to Mark Twain Elementary?
I know. I was going to say, this is like an extra dagger in the heart for you.
I love Mark Twain. Every quote of his is just, it's so funny. I love it. All right, here we go.
And has often controversial opinions.
Okay.
Bill Maher, thanks for welcoming us here. I really appreciate it. And congratulations on the Mark Twain Award.
Oh, thank you. I had a great time.
I want to begin by asking about that. What does that mean to you to be on that particular list of people who've had that award?
Well, every year would go by and I'd be like, it's a lot of these people I'm huge fans of, but we're nothing like Mark Twain.
Uh-huh.
I couldn't be a bigger fan. Nothing like Mark. Mark.
They're actors in many cases. Yeah.
Well, but me?
You think you're like Mark Twain?
Have you seen my work? Religion bashing, hits both sides, political comedian.
You don't have the same mustache or hair, however.
No, not that part.
But you feel that is that the model that you've been going for all this time?
No, obviously the award is for anybody who has, at the apex of their world of comedy.
Christ.
Yeah.
It's a comedy award.
Yeah.
And there aren't a lot
Never
of
said
comedy
anything
awards.
funny.
There's a million music awards.
This is kind of funny, but
so
this is pretty much it. But
season.
To me, it's that moment.
I want to see him dig himself out of this one. He's deeper than Mark Twain's corpse right now.
And these people in England and comedy. This is kind of it.
And comedian is not the word we would use.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Jeez.
The moment though, where he's just like, "Well, have you seen my work? Of course, I'm way more like Mark Twain than Tina Fey or Jon Stewart, obviously."
Yeah,
come on.
A man of quick wit and can't get words out of his mouth? Okay.
Jesus Christ.
Unbelievable.
So bad. Like, what is he? So I guess, Mark Twain was anti-woke, I guess, is what he thinks.
He did use the N-word a lot, so I guess he's got that going.
No, he probably used it in a woke way. They're probably at the time, they're like, this woke shit.
I went back to listen to some of Mark Twain's autobiography after hearing this, and I accidentally got to the chapter where he's talking about how much he loves N-word shows. That's just the poor reader had to just go through a lot of that.
Oh boy.
Again, it's the late 19th century. Still, even with that, Bill Maher is no Mark Twain. Just never going to be.
Unless he's like, finally, they're awarding someone who's not afraid to also say the N-word. Maybe that's where he's finally. Tina Fey's never said the N-word that I know of. Finally, someone who embodies the racism of 1890s or whatever.
Imagine 2026 being proud of yourself for going after both sides, which I'm not even sure Mark Twain did, but I don't know.
Yeah, it's so stupid. I can't imagine. I can't imagine being proud of this award. Who decides it? Is it Trump or is it who? Is it a panel?
I think it's actually, it did go at some point to Bill Cosby, so there's that. But it's but before they knew. I don't actually know who decides it, but the important part is, it's awarded by the Kennedy Center, and of course nobody wants to be associated with the Kennedy Center. They can't get anybody.
Who is
to play
that
right
now? Did he replace it with his?
Well, so he's the chair, right? So Trump appointed himself as chair. Well, I mean, the board appointed him as chair.
Yeah,
and then it's a number of sycophants. And
but when's Tony Hinchcliffe's Mark Twain Prize?
Exactly.
Can't be long
next year.
now.
It's next year is when it is. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
well, that guy sucks. Is that?
Yep.
Is that it? Yeah.
That's all we got.
What a douche.
Classic Amuse douche, just real short and quick.
Imagine having to talk to that guy for 42 minutes. Poor
Stevensky, he really is struggling to keep the conversation going. So, all right. Well, we will not be as we dive into this pair of anti-Italian pieces. So we have first Zohran Mamdani, who committed the cardinal sin of reprinting a map that the Eric Adams administration came up with. I don't know if you heard about this one. Let's pull up our first piece here, just for context.
Clip?
We got to play the Sopranos clip first, of course.
Oh, first. Okay. All right.
Just to remind everybody of why we're here.
Spoiler alert for me.
Oh, yeah. Wait, you've never...
I've never seen The Sopranos.
You know what it is? I'll tell you what it is. It's anti-Italian discrimination. Columbus Day is a day of Italian pride. It's our holiday, and they want to take it away.
Fuck
Silvio
them.
Dante.
But I never liked Columbus. In Napoli, a lot of people are not so happy.
Oh, yeah.
I love it, Silvio. Anti-Italian discrimination. It's become such a meme now, but it is still a thing that people continue to say. I mean, it was to the point that it was a joke 20 years ago on The Sopranos when he joins like a board to try to fight anti-Italian discrimination. And to be clear, of course, there has been a long history of anti-Italian discrimination, anti-Catholic discrimination, and Italian immigrants got it pretty bad. A couple of people were lynched. I'm not saying it didn't happen. I'm just saying in my lifetime, I'm not aware of anti-Italian discrimination being a problem. And I'm sure that somebody's going to prove me wrong, having just said that out loud. But
the Mario Brothers dominate the box office.
That's right. Yeah, they're doing just fine.
Being embraced.
But the 21st century, at least, has not seen a lot of anti-Italian discrimination. So it's just interesting to me to see identity politics, because again, identity politics are identity politics.
It's their favorite thing to do. When they're not bashing other people's identity politics, they're just using identity politics.
Yeah. And this was this thing with Mamdani was kind of fascinating to me because obviously, Mamdani is a flashpoint for a certain kind of person in New York. And this map comes out and it's a map of immigrant enclaves. That's what it is, right? Okay. So they did not include Little Italy on the immigrant enclaves map. The Eric Adams administration put this together as like an illustration. Right. They decided to do it as like a full map. I don't really know what the purpose was.
Is map making one of the like mayoral duties?
Yeah. He personally
cartography and map making. We've released the new map what is this? Just a social media post?
Famously, actually, as you learn in the finale of The Sopranos, Little Italy is now very small. And not a lot of Italians, like recent immigrants from Italy, live there anymore. So I don't really think you can call it an immigrant enclave in the classic sense. It did exactly what immigrant enclaves are supposed to do, which is it kind of created a place for people to meet, to live, and then to spread out into New Jersey and Florida and everywhere else that Italian Americans live now, and the rest of New York. So here's a piece from some Italian guys expressing their opinion about this map. And the extent to which, this will set the theme, I think. You'll see.
All right. The Washington Examiner, which is, of course, our newspaper of choice. Mayor Mamdani why did you erase Little Italy?
He's got his big mayor eraser out and wiped it off the map.
We've got some great Italian names there.
Yes.
They're like, I think that was the only qualification, is that like you have to have the most Italian name to be a part of this.
Right, to sign on to their op-ed. Mayor Zohran Mamdani, Little Italy will never disappear. Neither will the historic Irish, Greek, or Jewish neighborhoods that helped build New York. Italian Americans are not a footnote in New York's story. Neither are Irish Americans. Neither are Jewish Americans. Yet these communities were omitted from your discussion of New York's ethnic neighborhoods. New Yorkers are entitled to ask a simple question: why?
Oh, I've got an answer to that, actually. It's about current immigrant enclaves for people who are coming over right now. They actually added a few of them, including Little Odessa for Ukrainians. Just FYI.
That's cool.
Nice.
This is not about Italian Americans alone. It is about whether the mayor of New York believes every community that built the city deserves equal recognition, or whether history should be selectively curated to advance a political narrative. There is nothing wrong with celebrating today's immigrant communities. Every generation has enriched New York with new cultures, new traditions, new businesses, and new dreams. They deserve to be welcomed, celebrated, and embraced. But celebrating today's immigrants has never required erasing those who came before them.
Literally, that's all we've ever done with every generation is erase the immigrants that come before us. But
got a link to the Washington Examiner category of immigrants. I can only imagine.
The cesspool that must be.
Yeah. Okay.
Steve Bannon.
American citizenship is being exploited.
The swarming
it's pretty funny
are swarming.
to just like, I don't know if that's like a bot did that or something, but it's like celebrating today's immigrants, and then it's like, oh,
all of our hate pieces about immigrants.
Yeah, would you like to read how immigrants are horrible?
Yeah.
Good stuff. Okay.
A city secure in its identity honors every chapter of its history. However, a divided city teaches that recognition is a zero-sum exercise, that one community's heritage must fade before another can be celebrated. That is not unity, it is division. The mayor is more than the chief executive of the city. He is also its chief steward. That stewardship carries a solemn obligation to preserve the complete history of New York, not merely the portions that conform to the politics or ideology of the moment. Each community arrived in the face of prejudice.
Sorry, I just want to say, like, as a reader of this article, what are you talking about? Like, they kind of said what happened, but like, if it weren't for you guys, I'd be like, what? You have to say what's happening.
They didn't set it up at
in
all.
Your article, right?
Yeah,
like, am I supposed to have watched this video, or because all it says is these communities were omitted from your discussion of New York's ethnic neighborhoods.
Yeah.
Well, before he called for genocide of Italians, obviously.
Yeah, and then that's it. Then we've gone 4 paragraphs later, and I'm like, what happened? Okay.
Each community arrived in the face of prejudice, none more so than Italian Americans.
I'm going to push back on that. There was an entire community that was brought here under duress and sold in the streets.
Yeah.
Each built neighborhoods, churches, schools, businesses, hospitals, charitable institutions, and civic organizations, none more so than Italian Americans.
Okay.
Also, isn't this supposed to be about unity? Like, and right now you're just trying to divide to make you guys number one?
Sounds like you want the most credit.
Yeah. Each helped construct the New York we know today, none more so than Italian Americans.
Yeah, okay. You just said all right, whatever.
The history of New York is cumulative. Every generation added another chapter. No generation has the right to tear pages from that book. No mayor has that right.
What?
The Italian American Civil Rights League was founded in 1970 because Italian Americans refused to accept being stereotyped, marginalized, or erased from the American story. More than 50 years later, that mission remains unchanged. We recognize the warning signs shown in your map because our community has lived them. We know that a people's identity is not erased in a single dramatic act.
Mention of a map. Yeah. I know you guys know, but again, coming to this blank, like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Presumably the examiners run a dozen stories about the map already, and you're supposed to know.
Yeah, it must be.
But then they also don't even bother linking to it.
No.
That seems foolish on
that's
their part.
not. Unless you want to take me to the category of maps.
Yeah.
They didn't link to that.
It disappears gradually. When its history is ignored, its symbols disappear, its neighborhoods lose their significance, and its contributions are quietly omitted from the public memory. This is very dramatic.
Yeah.
We will gladly celebrate every new generation that comes to New York just as generations before welcomed our families.
Oh, yeah.
We will celebrate every culture that contributes to this extraordinary city, but we reject the false choice that honoring today's communities requires forgetting those that came before. New York's greatness has never come from replacing one people with another. It has come from recognizing that every community added something indispensable to the city we all share. If the history of one community can be quietly omitted today, another community's history can be omitted tomorrow. Every New Yorker, regardless of heritage or politics, has a stake in preserving the integrity of our shared history. Because once we accept selective memory, as your map has promoted, we begin to lose our collective memory.
Down here.
If Little Italy and the historic Irish and Jewish neighborhoods were omitted inadvertently, then correct the record. If they were omitted because they no longer fit your vision of New York, then say so openly.
They're being demolished.
And allow the people of this city to judge that vision for themselves. History belongs to all New Yorkers. It is not yours to edit. Respectfully.
Wow. Any comments?
So they really don't understand the idea of an immigrant enclave. I think they really just don't understand what it is, or they don't want to. But I might as well just link to the actual map real quick.
Here, I'm going to see what the actual link is. Okay. Mamdani's map of New York City immigrant neighborhoods outrages Italian community. Okay.
Yeah.
We should just look at the map real
and
quick.
Here's
because,
the map, yeah.
Yeah, it is just for context, because think about what these people under other circumstances would be saying about the failure to assimilate, right? About how these people should go assimilate.
Yeah.
And so Little Italy is proof that American assimilation works, that you did have a place that was an immigrant enclave, and now Italian Americans are all over to our benefit. Again, I love Italian Americans, and I love everything about it. But like, look at these communities are all places where if you went to them right now, you would find people from those places living there because they're immigrant enclaves. There's an asterisk on there.
An asterisk?
Yeah,
yeah.
Funny. Oh, source. New York City Mayor's Office of Immigrant Affairs, which, again, under Adams came up with this list. So,
it was under Adams?
Yeah.
I think of like New York as it's just all has Italian stuff. Like New York, New Jersey, it's just like part of it. It's like a broader, like you say, it's like part of that culture now. I like the ones that don't have little before them. That's nice. Like the ones that got to be a different thing, like Kiana Gateway or Koreatown.
Chinatown. Yeah.
Chinatown.
Yeah.
Big enough.
I feel like more of them should have gone for something like that. You know, is there another, like play on words? Somebody work on something like that's how, look, if you want more recognition, come up with a nice, cool play on words or a neologism or whatever instead of just little. That's like Little Italy. Actually, that's the best one because of the sound. I'll give them credit for that. That has a nice sound to it. So anyway, so how many Italians were killed by this map?
Just a lot of egos, I guess. I don't know. I mean, again, and looking at that list, like that is one of the coolest things about New York, like as a city, right? That they do have so much diversity. They have so many different kinds of immigrants living in the whole city. And that's something to be proud of. And it's very cool. Little Italy is something to be proud of for different reasons. Like it's a different thing. It's a historical enclave versus a current enclave. Easy enough.
Right.
All right. Well, we will take our break and we will honor the memories of all those Italians killed in the great Mamdani map incident of 2026. And thank our Hall of Famers. This is the third. Here we go. Thank you to Probably a Real Person, Nick Fish, Thomas Wrong, Lydia Wright, Lincoln Park Rules. Sure. A Negative Phenomenon. This next one's my favorite. You got to fight for your right to ex parte. Jay Sank. Vehicular man's laughter. That's it. That's the joke. My kink is a tiny constable zooming in on my... All right, gotta say it. My kink is a tiny constable zooming in on my butthole and texting a pic of it to the whole Supreme Court. There you go. Grab that one. That actually has several tie-ins to shows. That's not out of nowhere. That's got like three things, like three jokes.
That's why they're a Hall of Famer.
Yeah. To Taint Todd goes to the Senate. David Souther. Today's episode brought to you by the letter nothing. Thomas Freeman. Cavalry, Cajun Killa, Fraud Fishy Hates Everything, Chris Simpson, Worst Timeline Ever, Anonymous Aquila. Check out GalenaComic.com for a cool web comic. There you go. Awesome. Thank you, top patrons. We'll take a break and then we'll get to the next Holocaust of Italians. All right, Matt, here we go. How many Italians did she kill? What are we looking at here?
All right, so we're going to go up the Acela corridor now to Boston, my hometown, to one of my favorite places on earth, the North End in Boston. which is Boston's oldest neighborhood and one of the best Italian enclaves ever. So again, I'm going to say nothing
I got
but
Italian
nice
food
damn
there
old then,
many
right?
years ago. I got Italian food there.
You should when you're back in town. It's a good place to stop in. It's like very classic Boston and just a great place to walk around. And notably, for the purpose of the story we're about to talk about here, a very, very busy place where people spend a lot of money. It's you never go at any given night in the North End and not have it be completely packed. So
I'll say too, as vegetarians, Italian food pretty
lots of
decent
options.
options.
Absolutely.
I respect it, love it.
And unfortunately, one of the plaintiffs in this case
Means
actually
a
is
lot
some of
to
the best. I'm just going to promote them because I actually love this restaurant. Terra Mia in Boston is some of the best vegetarian Italian food you'll ever eat, and they are unfortunately a plaintiff in this lawsuit. And I want to say that I have to separate my feelings about these wonderful restaurants. I love every one of these restaurants that's named here, including the one we're about to talk about in this video. Unfortunately, which may or may not
the
have...
soup Nazi episode of Seinfeld. Even though it's supporting bad cause, you're gonna fall in line and get your Italian food.
I really don't want to be banned from any of these restaurants, Thomas. Yeah. That's my main concern right now. I was a little reluctant. And after you watch this video, you might be a little concerned for my safety even talking about this.
Oh, wow.
So what we're about to see is the owner of Monica's, which is actually the best sandwiches you'll ever eat in your life. And he's no longer the owner of Monica's, but let's check. He's one of the plaintiffs in this case. So let's.
Looks like a
why is there a mugshot?
Yeah.
Well, let's find out.
Okay, hit play.
54-year-old Patrick Mendoza is accused of firing a gun in Boston's North End Wednesday night. New surveillance video obtained by WBZ shows the moments the shooting happened. According to court
documents,
on
a bicycle
Mendoza
shooting.
Rode by on his bicycle and swore at the intended target who was on the sidewalk. Mendoza then allegedly said, "I'm going to get you," and fired his gun. You can see the victim duck behind a car, then run.
I think there's no respect for any human life anymore.
Nick Picariello owns Modern Pastry and spoke to WBZ earlier this week. His pastry shop was not
you have to understand,
target.
For non-Boston people, Hanover Street, the heart of North End, Modern Pastry, one of the best and most famous pastry shops in the state, pretty reckless thing to do. And he went on the lam after this. He ended up pleading guilty and getting a 2.5-year suspended sentence. He cut off his GPS bracelet just before he did that, and he still somehow didn't go to prison. He no longer is the owner of Monica's, but he's still a named plaintiff in this case. And I just want to point out, this case was filed in 2022. This happened a little after that. And the reason I want to talk about it this week is because the First Circuit slapped this down finally today, but there has been an interesting series of things that happened before that. And picking this case apart, again, we could do a few hours just picking apart this complaint because it's a lot of fun. But I want to dive into what happened here. So
how about, the casualness of a bicycle
crazy.
Bicycle drive-by. Yeah.
Do you know, did he know the guy at all?
Yeah.
Or was it like,
it's like a 20-year
I don't know.
And
you could tell from what was going on.
Okay, wow.
And I'm just going to say with no further comment that there's a reason I played a Sopranos clip at the beginning of this and move on from that.
Oh, okay. Got it.
So the complaint, let's pull that up. You'll see that there is a very long list of delicious restaurants. Again, wonderful places. Please let me in.
Matt, do we need to blur out your face for this episode?
Witness protection.
I'm worried about you.
So,
make my voice deeper.
Deep voice thing,
Maybe slow me down a little. That might be nice for everybody. So, all right.
Oh, wow. This is a lot. So, just pulling this up here.
A lot of plaintiffs.
Oh, wow. 374 pages, first of all.
Yes. Okay. So that's the first thing I want to mention because the First Circuit and the District Court mentioned this a lot. It is 374 pages. A lot of those are exhibits, but it is way too long for a complaint under the rules of federal procedure.
It's like a Lively v. Baldoni complaint. What are you guys doing?
It is so much, and it's so wasteful. There's so much to go through here. But let's just take a look. Those are all basically known. So they all pooled together. I'm guessing they probably spent at least $100K in legal fees to sue the city of Boston. And what they're suing the city of Boston over is that, now think about the entitlement of this. During COVID, the city, as many cities did, allowed them to have outdoor dining, which means they were able to use public sidewalks and public streets that belong to us, that we pay taxes on and park on. And the North End, for those who haven't been, is extremely dense. It's a wonderful place, but it is a very hard place to park. And it's, I wouldn't recommend ever driving there for any reason. But parking spaces are an absolute premium. And so the city rightfully treated them a little differently than the rest of the city when they were thinking about setting this up, because they started to realize more and more. And notably, as we'll find in the complaint, a lot of people in the North End did not like this program, even though it, obviously outdoor dining is fun. Everybody loves outdoor dining, but it's also loud and it attracts, rats, and it's also taking up parking spaces that they're going to want. So let's check out paragraph 1, just the setup. I can read a few things here. I've got a few things marked.
All right.
Why don't we have that many rats here? Is it just too hot?
Yeah, they don't want to deal with it. They're like, it's just too hot. They're all hiding inside.
You're not missing much.
Rat, a pizza rat is, I would take a pizza rat.
Oh, so cute.
Yeah.
This dispute involves the city of Boston's unequal, unfair, and discriminatory treatment of Italian restaurants in Boston's North End in its administration and operation of the city's outdoor dining program in 2022, 2023, and 2024. The plaintiffs are 21 Italian restaurants in the North End and the North End Chamber of Commerce. The defendant is the city of Boston, which treated the North End restaurants differently than all other restaurants across the city in both its application of the city's outdoor dining program in 2022 and in its refusal to even consider outdoor dining applications from North End restaurants in 2023 and 2024.
Question, this might be dumb. Are there literally only Italian restaurants in the North End? Is that
almost all? I think they estimate in here something like 91% of the restaurants in the North End. There is one sushi place. Maybe two sushi places now. But yeah, no, and again, strong recommend. I love the North End. None of this is trashing the North End or even these restaurants. I just think this lawsuit is ridiculous, and these lawyers shouldn't have brought it. I even actually respect at least one of the lawyers involved in this. But let's go down to number 8, paragraph 8, and you'll start to see where this is going. It's so long, so unnecessarily long.
The North End Italian restaurant owners bring this action against their beloved city of Boston, which is their home, with a heavy heart because they are a vital part of the ethnic fabric that makes Boston the remarkable, diverse, multicultural city that it is today. But the plaintiffs believe that over the past 2 years, the city has backed them into a corner, leaving them with no choice but to resort to the judicial system to achieve a fair and just resolution of a controversy that impacts their livelihood, their dignity, and their values.
A little dramatic, as with the previous piece. And I will say again, remember, this is like the most successful neighborhoods, the most successful restaurants in one of the most successful neighborhoods in the city, right? They are not hurting.
Yeah. I'm curious to see what their damages
they're making good money. Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's a great point too. Like, it's not like there aren't people in their restaurants. I guess it reduces like maybe 5 tables that you'd be able to have outside.
They must have numbers or something where they're saying we got less. So they would already, you would think they would have to do less business than comparable restaurants at the same time period, right?
For hundreds of pages, they really don't have a lot on facts. No, a lot of grievances, but not a lot of facts. Number 9, let's check out number 9. That's one of the other numbers.
This unfortunate dispute arises out of the city's misguided and ill-founded decisions to mistreat and discriminate against the North End's Italian restaurants, knowing it would inflict financial hardship on them just as they were beginning to recover from the crisis caused by the pandemic. During the pandemic, the city's outdoor dining program was essential to the very existence of restaurants citywide. Because people weren't allowed to dine inside. So.
Right. Yeah.
Those were the only tables anybody could have, really.
So we don't have to read this, but just to set it up, the city required the North End to pay the restaurants to pay $7,500 each for an impact fee and monthly fees of $480 for each parking space they were using. Again, parking spaces being an absolute premium in the North End. I don't think that's unreasonable. They didn't make anybody else in the city do this, just the North End. But it was also because it was a compromise with residents who really didn't want this.
Are the parking spaces metered over there? Do you know?
Yes, somewhere.
So then that would be a loss of revenue for the city as well.
Potentially. And there's also a lot of resident parking. But on Hanover Street, where this is affected, I believe that'd be a lot of meters. Let's go down to 16.
Not surprisingly, the city's announcement of the North End plan stunned and outraged the North End restaurant owners who had no idea the city had contemplated discriminating against them. Several restaurants... Yeah, that's so weird.
We miss that? Where's the discrimination?
No idea the city had contemplated discriminating against them.
We did skip a few paragraphs. Did they?
No. There's no active discrimination going on.
Okay.
Several restaurant owners and city residents strenuously protested the city's disparate treatment. They questioned the fairness of the fees, asking why they should pay for services the city already should be providing, such as street sweeping, sidewalk cleaning, police patrol, and rodent control. Some restaurant owners openly challenged the legality of the North End plan, going so far as to suggest the filing of a lawsuit against the city.
But that would be crazy. Who would do that?
Why? Why is that even a sentence in here when you filed a lawsuit? So unnecessary.
I know.
You have 374 pages. I think that's an unnecessary sentence.
Yeah, it's a lot of those.
The city's plan generated immediate backlash from the North End community. Angry and disappointed residents contacted city officials and opposed the penalties and restrictions. One resident denounced the city's actions, claiming that, coupled with the possible elimination of Columbus Day, it could be viewed as signaling an unnecessary attack on Italian Americans.
Then they came for Columbus.
I love how, as a matter of fact, they're just stating like resident feedback. It's just like one person said that. It's as if it's a fact.
Really how you do it.
19, this is what really set them off. So keeping in mind for context that the annual St. Patrick's Day breakfast is when the politicians get to stand up and let loose and make stupid jokes.
Here we go.
Oh, okay. The next day, March 21st, 2022, at the annual St. Patrick's Day breakfast, Mayor Wu added fuel to the fire by stating she was, quote, getting used to dealing with problems that are expensive, disruptive, and white. North End restaurant owners, including the plaintiffs, believed the mayor made disparaging comments that were racially and or ethnically biased and aimed at them, and did not credit the mayor's subsequent explanation that her reference to disruptive, quote, white problems meant, quote, snowflakes and, quote, snowstorms.
Snowflakes is you. Okay. You're the snowflakes.
Yeah. Well, it is a double meaning. She's obviously not
it's funny.
Just saying snowstorms or whatever.
Yeah.
Right. They are really picking on Michelle Wu, who's a superstar, of course, and they're saying that Mayor Walsh treated them different. Now, this is pretty funny. 27. We're going to get into this point a little bit more as we go down, but just to set this up.
City records show the city did not later allocate funds to provide mitigation programs and services to the North End pursuant to recommendations of a North End Community Committee. Worse, those records show the city instead used some of the funds to purchase an electric street sweeper for $552,000 in the summer of 2022 to advance the mayor's Green New Deal, which called for the electrification of the city's entire fleet of vehicles. The city, quote, expensed this high-priced vehicle to the 2022 North End Outdoor Dining Program, even though it was purchased for citywide use and would in fact be used across the city. The electric street sweeper was unrelated to any requirements of the North End program. The city used proceeds from its controversial North End plan to promote a political climate justice agenda.
Shouldn't you just like run for local government or something? Like, why is this a lawsuit? It just seems like problems you have with how they're doing local government.
Wow, you could be on the First Circuit. You nailed this.
Yeah.
The street sweeper thing is pretty funny to me. They actually follow it around. There's exhibits where they follow it around to different parts of the city to show it's not just in the North End. And as we'll see, when we get to more of the photos, I think there might be a little bit of trolling going on at the street sweeper, which I appreciate very much from City Hall.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Oh, man.
All right, let's get on to 30.
This is so long. Okay.
Yeah, I know. We're not reading much.
The events leading to the ban began shortly after the North End's abbreviated outdoor dining season had ended.
What ban?
Oh, so they're eventually what she ended up with was because the residents just got so upset, they just banned outdoor dining in the North End finally, which again, that was the norm. That was what happened before the pandemic. They didn't have, public streets being used for tables.
Okay.
At that time, there was a strained relationship between the city and the North End Italian restaurants. A federal lawsuit against Mayor Wu was pending.
Which they were forced to drop because it was so bad the first time they filed it. This is the second attempt.
Okay. This is the second attempt.
Actually, the third attempt because they did file an amended complaint, but the first full-on attempt they had to drop.
What does this do in your complaint? Like,
yeah.
Yeah,
your legal complaint is like, man, and there's another complaint. What is that? I don't know. Okay.
Yeah. Local and national media had published reports that were highly critical of Mayor Wu in the city.
Okay.
The restaurants had just been forced to pay a season's worth of hefty fees while the rest of Boston's restaurants participated in the program for free. And just 1 week after the North End's outdoor dining season ended, Mayor Wu announced that a new holiday, Indigenous Peoples Day, would be celebrated in Boston on the same day as Columbus Day. Many plaintiffs viewed Mayor Wu's act as a deliberate ethnic affront meant to overshadow or symbolically replace the only federal Italian holiday, since the mayor easily could have chosen any one of hundreds of other days of the year to celebrate the new holiday.
What a random choice.
Yeah, I wonder why she decided to, pursue it then.
A deliberate ethnic affront.
Yeah.
Just let go of Columbus. Please let go of Columbus.
Also, I mean, like the only federal Italian holiday, but the purpose of that holiday is not to celebrate Italy and Italians. It's specific to a single man related to an act he may or may not have done and not to all the acts that we know he's done.
Yeah, that's a good point. Is it, I guess it was a matter of Italian pride to create Columbus Day. I guess
identity politics, you guys.
Yeah. I know, I'm trying to think. It's kind of, but like, was it always kind of a symbol of like for Italian the community? I just don't know about this.
No, it was actually. So this came up in our conversation with Peter Canellis, right, about the way that Columbus was integrated and the way that Alito was there for just the right time in New Jersey and Trenton when they were just getting into the Columbus thing. It was like an early 20th century thing to start to get basically the symbol of Italian pride to kind of push back against Italian discrimination. They just picked the wrong guy. It's very unfortunate.
Hey, this is what happened with what's his name recently?
Graham Plattner.
Yeah, the Grand Platinum holiday. We got rid of that.
Well, I don't know.
No,
We picked the wrong guy.
Literally,
I don't know. Too many men suck. So this is
the one that's a holiday, though, that we had to get rid of recently.
Oh, Cesar Chavez.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
Cesar Chavez. You know, that's
very unfortunate.
I'm sure that Latino people would feel like that sucks that they chose the wrong person to honor there.
Yeah.
But I think the response to that was amazing.
Yeah.
I love how so much of our stupid media ecosystem and our political take ecosystem is like this fake version of what the left is, you know, and how they're like they preloaded it with how the left's not going to do anything about that because they don't care.
One of their guys.
What's that? They already got rid of it. Oh, okay. It's like they already preloaded with all these firm bets about how like they wouldn't do anything about it. No one was going to care, and it's like. We got rid of that thing like that day.
And it's so significant in California. The number of things that were named after Cesar Chavez is incredible.
And it just got dropped, man.
Yeah.
Like, no, I don't know anyone who's I'm sure there's somebody, but like, I've never heard of them who's defending Cesar Chavez.
No.
And that's the way to do it, man.
Well, just
find another. There's plenty of people to
misogynists
honor.
It's very easy because Dolores Huerta is right there, and she basically did all the work that he got the credit for. So just name it all after her while she's still alive.
And she's one of his victims. So
these accomplishments are never just one guy anyway. There's always someone else related that I'm sure you could pick up, or you could honor the movement.
You honor the movement
as
exactly.
a whole as well. So honor the movement of genocide against indigenous people. You know, it's not any one guy did the genociding. It's a team effort.
Surely there's another Italian explorer we could be. I don't know, a less genocidal one. So get on to page number 81. We're going to see the section that the First Circuit called entirely unnecessary.
Oh, geez.
We haven't already seen that because that felt like all it was.
No, it's a textbook.
Yeah.
Wait, what is happening?
81.
It's so much. Paragraph 81.
Factual allegations. Okay.
Yeah.
A brief history of Italians in the North End.
I've never seen anything like this before. It's so good.
Yeah, footnote to a book, The Boston Italians.
That's where it all comes from. Yeah, so we're not going to read all this, but I just want to point out as you scroll down, look at how much history there is in this complaint. It just keeps going and going. And it's just the history of Italians. And again, it's interesting history. There's lots of other places you can read it.
This whole thing really does read like a book or something. It doesn't. It's not a legal complaint.
Just to give you the top of page 22, check out the spaghetti thing. It's amazing.
One such business, the Pastine Company, began in 1848 as a modest pushcart operation, eventually became one of North America's oldest family-run businesses. Another, the Prince Spaghetti Company, was founded by Italian immigrants from Sicily in 1912 on Prince Street. Its national rise was due, in part, to its 1969 iconic TV commercial featuring, quote, Anthony, and the phrase, quote, Wednesday is Prince Spaghetti Day.
What does this have to do with anything?
Who could forget that iconic phrase? Wednesday is Prince Spaghetti Day. This is boomer stuff. I'm sorry. It's Italian boomers. Okay. All right. We'll keep going. I'm going to get shot. All right. So
they're closing in on you.
Oh my God.
Let's get all the way down to page 27. And as you go, just appreciate as you continue to scroll about the facts that are just continuing to repeat.
You know, Matt, I will say you've created enough goodwill with the seagulls that I think they'll protect you.
That's right.
I'm thinking like you fed them. We have named ones, pledging to the show. Yeah. So
and every time I eat in the North End, I'm constantly dropping food. Like I'm just that guy. So I'm sure they love it. So this is really funny. They go and they catalog it at page 26, 27. They catalog how everybody in the city is complaining about outdoor dining. It's not just people in the North End. Everybody hates outdoor dining. I just think this is funny.
Isn't that the opposite of what
they want? Exactly.
And so they're basically like, why aren't you getting rid of it everywhere?
There's also another section about how the North End sucks anyway, which is really strange from the North End Chamber of Commerce in one of the best neighborhoods in Boston. And how it sucked before this and it's going to suck after this. It's like there's literally whole sections like this. Anyway, and then down.
This is so long.
Oh, I know. And then page 30, it gets pretty funny. So this is
page 30, not even 10%.
No. We're skimming. We're going quick. And this could be a whole gavel because there's so much funny stuff in here. But so one of the things they have to address.
Janessa on.
Yeah, get some Italian representation. That's true. Get our token. New York Italian. But as it is, though, they have a huge hurdle to overcome, which is that the democratic process has worked, and people have been complaining for years about this in the North End, and City Hall has listened to them.
Yeah.
So they have to explain why these aren't real North Enders in page 30 and 31. There's a whole long thing about how actually these are the bad people from the waterfront that are bringing all of this, and they live in expensive condos. They're not real North Enders, and very few of them actually are even Italians. So why are you listening to them? That's actually in here. Number 124, numerous newer members, including members of its leadership, are not Italian Americans. So we're just playing identity politics all the way.
Yeah, why does that matter?
Yeah, it does not. So yeah, they're trying to basically show that these are like, agitating outsiders that are coming in and causing these problems.
What? What's happening? I don't understand.
Yeah, they're organizing to get them out, to get the,
to make sure that the Italian restaurants can't have their additional 4 tables outside.
Exactly, because they hate Italians so much. That's what it is.
And then that's going to ruin the business of these Italian restaurants, and we will no longer have Italian restaurants in the city of Boston.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then, page 31 begins the North End has always sucked section, as I call it. Pre-outdoor dining, there were lots of quality of life complaints from the same people. Can you believe it? They were complaining about traffic and rats and noise before outdoor dining. So yeah, that just keeps going. And then we get down to 192. It just, again, I do not want to read all of this.
192.
Paragraph 192.
192.
Yeah.
Okay.
Page 192 is also an option if you want to go there.
Yeah.
It has that many pages. But yeah.
All right. Paragraph 192.
Again, you get the entire history of this licensing program just in
holy crap.
Ridiculous detail.
This is
yeah.
Okay, yeah. Again, so they're just reiterating what they said before, right?
Yeah,
so again, the getting used to dealing with problems that are expensive, disruptive, and white.
Yes.
I think the court should be allowed to just issue a single sentence response of TLDR. Too long didn't read.
That's actually, that's going to be very much a part of both decisions we're going to take a quick look at after the break. So again, they cite, I believe I counted 5 times that they cite this Marawu quote because they hate it so much.
What's the name where it's like, I ain't reading all that. Congrats though, or sorry
sorry that happened.
Something like that.
Totally. Exactly. This is a perfect use for that. Check out page 247. We're just going to skip all the way.
247.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. Wait, start with page 230. There's a really funny thing on page 230, and then we'll keep going.
Page 230.
Yeah,
page 230.
Just scroll through and you'll see. There's so much.
Oh, it's the street sweeper.
I'm sorry, not page 230. Yes, no, go back to, yes.
Gosh, dang it,
so sorry, my fault, yes.
No, it's okay.
You're doing it again.
Yeah.
I just was looking forward to getting through this.
Here we go.
Paragraph
North
230.
End had no need for a new electric
Sorry,
street
one
sweeper.
second. 230. The North End had no need for a new electric street sweeper.
Gondor has no street sweeper. Gondor needs no street sweeper.
For several reasons. First, the city already had a fleet of street sweepers that worked perfectly well for many years in the North End. Second,
and they weren't even Italian.
Second, as part of the special North End plan, the city hired several full-time Department of Public Works employees known as, quote, Hokies, to be stationed in the North End throughout the duration of the outdoor dining season. The Hokies' sole job was to clean the sidewalks, the streets, and the gutters. Third, the restaurant owners themselves were responsible for power washing the sidewalks in front of their establishments and maintaining clean outdoor patio areas.
So I don't think this is a word that we use in the 21st century. The court actually, in one of the decisions we're going to read, we won't see this, but there's a footnote where he's like, they used the word Hokies before. Don't really know what that's about.
I'm pretty sure that that's not like the employee position name, that you're being hired into as a Department of Public Works employee.
What they were called for the last 100 years. That's what we still call them because it's Boston. So now we can get down to 247 and you can finally see the very funny trolling.
Paragraph 247?
Paragraph 247, yes.
Paragraph 247.
Yeah, this is funny.
Ooh, here we go. We got some pictures of the street sweeper.
Once it acquired the electric street sweeper, the city painted or laminated it with scenery from the North End. The left side of the vehicle displays a scene of St. Stephen's Church on Hanover Street. The right side includes a scene of the Old North Church and the statue of Paul Revere. And the back of the vehicle shows a picture of the lamppost on the corner of Hanover and Parmenter Streets, adorned with signs of cities and provinces in Italy, including Roma, Milano, Calabria, Venezia, and Torino, as shown in the photographs below. Why is that necessary?
Got him. I don't know. What is this?
This is funny. I mean, it is kind of trolling. It's like, here's the street sweeper that you paid for with the restaurant money, and we're going to put a bunch of Italian stuff on it and then just drive it around the city.
Oh, I see. Okay.
It sounds like it did mostly stay in the North End, but they had to stock it. They followed it around for a day to see where it was sweeping, and they could not believe it was cleaning Causeway Street in the West End, which is like a mile away.
I'm sure there's complicated ways that those get allocated if something breaks down or something. Yeah. Like, come on.
It went as far as Alston, if you can believe that. Unbelievable. The other side of the city. It's still, you could still walk there, but yeah. Anyway, all right, you get the idea. So there's, it keeps going, but I think that's
nuts.
Oh, wait. Number 306. I have to show you just a couple of things.
So not almost anywhere in this complaint.
306.
Yeah. No, I'm not complaining about you, man. Sure. This is just crazy how long this is.
Yeah.
All right, paragraph 306.
Well, and also just if you check out 301, there's also this email they're really mad about from the city. Because again, this group, and I know how these neighborhood groups are. I'm part of one myself. Like they can be very loud. They can be very annoying when they want something done.
Yeah.
And City Hall has to keep them happy. They're voters, right? I mean, they're like the restaurant owners are commerce, but these are voters. And so they're really mad about this email where the city was offering to meet them at the elevators and take them to a special meeting with, the mayor's office or whatever, which again is completely normal for constituency groups. And then we get on to 306.
Why were they mad about that? Because they were going to be met at the elevator? Like they think
special. Shelley nevertheless arranged a private meeting with
knowing that the ban was going to happen anyway.
So
they're saying like she should have just not bothered to meet with them. If
they're getting special treatment. But they also acknowledge in this complaint, they also got a private meeting. So I don't know what they're complaining about, honestly.
Huh.
This NEWRA, they're the non-Italian people that they're mad at, right?
Right. Which also, of course, they have plenty of Italians in the group, but they're going to ignore that. They're the waterfront people, but they're really also North End people. It's both. But yes, they have a lot to say because again, they have to overcome the fact that the democratic process, that people banded together to stop the outdoor dining, and the city hall had to listen to them. They want you to discount that as much as possible.
All right, 307.
306.
306. The city then executed its game plan. The meeting was held at St. Joseph's Hall on February 16th at 6 p.m. with armed Boston police officers lining the back of the church hall. Okay. This is so ridiculous. The North End restaurant owners were provided with no advance notice and were caught completely off guard when it announced the news. While the meeting was in progress, the city issued a press release at 6:35 p.m. announcing that it would conduct a robust, permanent outdoor dining program for every neighborhood in Boston except the North End. As to the North End, all on-street outdoor dining by the Italian restaurants was banned. With near-perfect planning and execution, the city fulfilled its prior retaliatory threats to shut down outdoor dining in the city's Italian section.
Yeah. They're seriously in this complaint making an equal protection claim about Italian people, like Italian American. They're really saying that's what the pretextual thing was. So this is about enough. You're getting the idea. There's a whole section starting at paragraph 413, which is a paragraph in here about
still not even a third of the way through the
exactly. No, and there's a whole thing about how the North End actually still sucks after the ban, which is very funny to me. Like when you're the North End Chamber of Commerce, about how we still have rats and trash and problems. And again, the North End is great, and they would agree with you, me saying that. But it's just very funny that they're in this position where we have to say that there actually were real problems before and after.
Do we want to at least say what they're trying to get? We got just it was equal protection. Yeah. Oh, and that's okay. So that's at a page 126. So I have to guess there's just pages and pages, hundreds of pages of exhibits, right? Or something.
Oh yeah, so many. And they're asking for. They're saying there's substantive due process issues with the way that they went through the process. That there's, and again, this was like an emergency kind of declaration, like happened during COVID. So many things.
Holy shit! No, maybe. Oh, okay. So it's about 200 pages ish. Okay. So the end, it's 203 pages and then 171 pages of exhibits.
Yes, so many. And also, a lot of the exhibits are trying to show you pictures of neighborhoods they think are like the North End. There is no neighborhood like the North End. That's part of their argument as well, is that it's a special place, right? But there's nothing as dense with as few parking spots. And they even like, they mentioned my street in East Boston, which I think is kind of funny because it's a completely different thing, totally different place.
Holy
they like
crap.
Cite where you
wider.
Live and they're like, Matt, don't you dare talk about this or we're going to come after you.
This is nuts. Like, who had the time to do this?
Like I said, so many legal fees, so much money here.
Well, we will, I maybe, but this also reads like one of them just like did it or something. You know what I mean? Like this reads very non-lawyer written.
Yes.
And then they hired a lawyer to like make it into kind of a complaint.
And to file it. Yeah.
Probably.
Holy moly. All right. Well, we've got to take a break and thank also our our top patrons of the Hall of Fame, patreon.com/law. Thank you to Bob Blah Blah's Law Podcast. E.T. Philly Basement Bar says we should take off and nuke the site from orbit. It's the only way to be sure. Yeah. Elect Thomas Smith President, American Honky Tonk Bar Association. Balticate, Philip Kaiser. Look, the show isn't called Dear Young Dads. Happy birthday, Thomas. Yeah. Corin Land, a string of unpronounceable characters. Malika Chandler. David in Brooklyn, rontothedork.com. Milo Meadsong is fighting petty tyrants. Chris Waltrip, Big Easy Blasphemy. Hors d'oeuvres in the court before a report. Sam Denau, Fred R. Grothius, Classic Liptard, and Mitchell. Congrats, top patrons. You're the best.
Hanging on to that top spot,
a
too.
Quick break and then get to how this lawsuit was dealt with.
Man.
All right, Matt, here's the, what, is it a motion to dismiss? Or the order on the motion to dismiss. Okay, and they managed to do it in 33 pages, so that's nice.
It's true.
Yeah.
And he could have really done it in one, but this is Judge Sorokin. He's very thorough, and a district court. Now, this is the order to dismiss, a motion to dismiss the order that is going to be appealed to the First Circuit that we'll look at very briefly at the end here. We're not going to take too much time on this. There's some funny stuff in here. So he recounts the facts, basically, but he says, look, I understand why you're upset, but this is not a thing a court can do. Like, this is city policy. It's executive policy. There's all kinds of reasons that the executive would be making these decisions that I don't have any reason to review. I'm a judge. Page 6. There's kind of a funny footnote about Columbus Day. I just thought that was very well written. Footnote 5.
The court takes judicial notice that the second Monday in October is a federal, quote, legal public holiday called Columbus Day.
Okay.
The Supremacy Clause of the United States Constitution provides that, quote, every state shall be bound by federal law. Therefore, local officials cannot repeal, eliminate, or, quote, replace Columbus Day or any other federal holiday. Of course, nothing in the text of subsection 6103 either requires state or local governments to observe Columbus Day or prevents local or state officials, or federal officials for that matter, from designating the second Monday in October as also commemorating other events, people, or causes. Indeed, that is precisely what Mayor Wu's predecessor did by designating the second Monday in October as Indigenous Peoples Day in 2021.
Yep, Kim Janey did it first. So I just wanted to point that out. Now, page 8 is the part you're really going to love. This is really gratifying. So he's talking about the standard for Rule 8, Federal Rules of Procedure, Civil Procedure 8, and about how
word.
Yeah, prolixity. I love that word.
Unnecessary prolixity.
Yep. And so Rule 8 does require a short and plain statement of the claim.
Yeah.
We did not get that in this complaint, as you know. So this is very funny.
Yeah, above it, a complaint is the standard, I guess, right? Should be short because unnecessary prolixity in a pleading places an unjustified burden on the court and the party who must respond to it because they're forced to select the relevant material from a mass of verbiage. Yeah, no kidding. Oof.
Unnecessary prolixity fairly describes the Second Amendment amended complaint. It contains well over 700 numbered paragraphs spanning over 200 pages.
Oh, man.
It is neither, quote, short nor, quote, plain. This is one type of prolix pleading against which Rule 8 safeguards. Nonetheless, plaintiffs defend their SAC not by asserting it as either, quote, short or, quote, plain, but rather contending it complies with Rule 8 because the pleading, quote, contains a short and plain statement in the form of a 14-page
somewhere in there is a short complaint of some kind.
Yeah, just cut out the first 14 pages, which again is still too long.
Your Honor, you pick. You pick what the part of it that is short is, and just look at that.
This view of the rule is misguided.
Yeah.
While laying out in detail the theory of a complaint along with supporting factual allegations can be helpful, the SAC goes substantially too far. Quote, a complaint should not be a preview of counsel's argument to the jury at the end of the case, and it should avoid unnecessary facts, descriptive terms, repetitions, argumentative language, or characterizations. Here, plaintiffs summarized several meetings and communications, included photos of those meetings and of an electric sweeper, provided a, quote, brief history of Italians in the North End.
Quote, unquote, brief. Yeah.
Repeated Mayor Wu's statement of the St. Patrick Day breakfast 5 times. Quoted several seemingly random, quote, residents, inserted multiple characterizations of, quote, legendary restaurants and, quote, jaw-dropping fees, described the media's response to the on-street dining ban, omitted virtually no detail of the entire course of events, and much more.
Jeez.
The court has considered whether each or even many of these assertions are necessary to advance the causes of action set forth in the SAC. They are not.
So good. Good use of a semicolon.
Wow.
Yeah. To require the city to answer the SAC as presently drafted imposes an unfair and unnecessary burden, one of the harms Rule 8 seeks to prevent. It also imposes a significant burden on the court as it attempts to sift through the allegations of the pleading. Accordingly, for this reason alone, failure to comply with Rule 8, the motion to dismiss is allowed.
But this is on page 9 of 33, so of course he's going to go on. We don't have to go into too much more of this part of it, but he has to go because he knows they're going to appeal it.
Is that anything significant? Why is it allowed rather than like granted or something?
Yeah,
is that
just typical. Just say it's allowed. Okay. That's how we do it.
It is?
Yeah.
Is that
maybe it's like a judge difference or something, yeah.
Oh, okay.
So it just goes on and on. 14. There's a quick footnote here a couple things before we move on, and we'll go to the First Circuit decision. But the the 2 footnotes here are both pretty funny.
All right.
On page 14?
Yeah.
Plaintiffs have not alleged that no restaurants outside of the North End are owned by white people or Italian Americans. Based on plaintiffs' pleadings, that is not a reasonable inference to draw.
I just think that's funny. Based on also knowing anything about cities. Yeah, it's not a reasonable inference to draw that no restaurants outside are owned by white people. And the second one is also very funny.
The court notes no basis to infer discrimination against, quote, white people. The challenged regulations apply to any restaurant in the North End, and the restaurants not subject to these stricter limitations are located in all the other neighborhoods without regard to the race of its owners.
All right. And one other note on page 29 that I thought was pretty interesting because for a substantive due process claim, you have to say that it would shock the conscience, right? So they're claiming they have this property interest in our streets that we pay taxes on. And he is an interesting sort of thing here. I don't know I'm interested as you think about this. The summary of cases that do or do not shock the conscience. Page 29.
Just at the top?
Yeah.
Here, at most, the city imposed fees for, and later prohibited, private restaurants in an especially dense neighborhood to operate on public streets while allowing continued use of the public sidewalks. That simply does not shock the conscience, even when the city cut a different path in other neighborhoods.
Now,
let's see.
Sacramento is mentioned.
Wow.
So check out the summaries of these cases.
Finding officers' decision to engage in reckless high-speed chase after minor speeding violation, eventually causing death of 16-year-old motorcycle passenger, did not shock the conscience.
That shocks mine.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
This other one, affirming dismissal where police officers moving into owner's house without permission, refusing to leave, and subsequently harassing and threatening owners did not sufficiently shock the conscience.
Wow. Not familiar with the facts of that one, but that's pretty shocking.
Wow.
What the hell?
Another one, affirming dismissal where town's denial of necessary permits to develop residential subdivisions did, quote, not rise to the level of behavior that shocks the conscience.
So cops shooting 16-year-olds and moving into your house and refusing to leave. It's not shocking. So we're good with the streets, I guess. Okay, now we can skip over. So he basically, he goes through it all. The First Circuit is going to review this, and the First Circuit decision is pretty predictable, but there's some funny stuff in it.
So they appealed the motion to dismiss itself, or the actual
the allowance of this motion, because this is the end of the case for them, and they spent a lot of money to take it to the First Circuit Court of Appeals. And let's check out page 15. You're already very familiar with the facts by now of this case, but there's some more funny stuff.
Too familiar.
Yeah.
I think Mayor Wu said at a St. Patrick's Day breakfast.
Yeah.
Yada, yada, yada.
So the First Circuit's characterization is pretty funny of the length.
Oh, man.
Starting
this
at
one's
first.
harder to read.
Yeah, they have to use Courier New, unfortunately, at the First Circuit.
It looks like it's
not
written in Notepad rather than
Microsoft
Word or something,
So middle of page 15.
Ugh.
Or I guess the first plaintiff's thing.
Is this really just a font difference? Is that why this is so hard to read?
Courier New should be illegal. It should be absolutely.
Boy, now I understand why you care so much about this.
The one thing I really liked about the complaint is the complaint was in Garamond, so points, at least some points.
Wow,
they got good fonts, they got good restaurants. They're trying to win you over, but they couldn't do it.
First, plaintiffs assert that their operative complaint does, quote, contain a short and plain statement. It's 14-page, 51-paragraph introduction. The rest of the complaint, they say, just elaborates on this short and plain statement.
Sure.
Thus, in plaintiffs' view, their complaint comports with Rule 8's text, which merely requires a complaint to, quote, contain, but not necessarily only contain, quote, a short and plain statement.
One weird trick.
Yeah. But this reading of Rule 8 would allow, for example, a litigant to file a 1,000-page complaint as long as it included within those 1,000 pages some, quote, short and, quote, plain statement, even though the responding party and the court would be faced with the same burden of, quote, selecting the relevant material from a mass of verbiage that Rule 8 seeks to avoid.
Check out the footnote.
Yeah, the footnote.
It's very good.
They're going after the street sweeper as well.
For example, the complaint discusses the city's purchase of an electric street sweeper at least 5 separate times. This includes a 9-page timeline describing in exhaustive detail the street sweeper's purchase and use, 2 in-text photographs of the street sweeper, and 3 exhibits containing yet more photos. The complaint also describes an, quote, iconic 1969 television commercial for the Prince Spaghetti Company.
No one has ever fucking heard of.
Celebrates the North End restaurant's charitable endeavors during the pandemic and includes multi-paragraph excerpts from articles criticizing the city's treatment of the North End.
Okay.
Yeah. The First Circuit can write very long things themselves. This is 36 pages, but they do not like this. I have never seen an appellate court go after a complaint quite like this before.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah, it's pretty specific. Anyway, and then finally, let's find a funny use of history and tradition at page 32. I thought this is great.
Here, plaintiffs fail to identify a fundamental right affected by the city's outdoor dining policies.
Yeah.
Quote, substantive due process protects only those interests that implicate one of those fundamental rights and liberties which are objectively deeply rooted in this nation's history and tradition and implicit in the concept of ordered liberty, such that neither liberty nor justice would exist if they were sacrificed.
Give me outdoor dining or give me death.
Yeah.
Quote, as a result, the interests protected by substantive due process are, of course, much narrower than those protected by procedural due process. The only right plaintiffs have identified is a right to the outdoor dining licenses, and as discussed above, plaintiffs have not adequately alleged that this is a protected property interest for the purposes of procedural due process, much less a fundamental right that implicates substantive due process. We note also that no fundamental, quote, right to make a living exists for substantive due process purposes.
Yep, there you go. No fundamental right impacted by the outdoor dining policies. None of this worked. So the only thing that they won on, they did have a remand, which I think is probably fair, is the $7,500 per restaurant fee. They said that might be an unlawful tax. But you just spent probably $100,000 in legal fees to get your $7,500 per restaurant.
But how does that work if the whole thing was killed because it was too fucking long? How does that work?
They, again, kind of give them the benefit, I guess, but they affirmed.
Did they just dismiss it for like tons of reasons or something? It wasn't just the length or...
Yeah, no, I mean, he did go into a lot of detail about the other reasons, but they vacated the dismissal of count 6 because they thought there's something actually to that. So that was the...
I just don't understand the interaction. But so would they need to refile something that's not too long? Like, how does that interact? I don't know.
They're only going to be able to consider that claim. So,
okay.
Yeah.
So that one happened to be short enough or something.
Yeah. But good lesson, because I tend to write a lot myself, as you know, and this is a good reminder. You got to keep your complaints short. Keep it to the point.
Nowhere in the neighborhood of, that is the longest. And like, it'd be one thing if it was something important. It's dead. It's the length combined with how dumb it is. Like, just what are you talking about? It's so funny.
And then the defense of like that. Well, it was the introduction was short. Like I imagine putting that in seriously, like trying to defend what you just did, and like having to say, well, what about this, and then being laughed at multiple times.
Well, anyway, this anti-Italian sentiment goes all the way to the top. Turns out the First Circuit hates Italians too.
We'll see if they seek cert on this and if Alito takes it, but...
Oh my gosh. Would he have to recuse himself?
I don't know. I mean, he has very strong opinions about Columbus Day.
Yeah. Oh my God, that'd be so funny. I can't imagine anyone going with him on this one. Oh boy.
So look forward to meeting you guys in the North End sometime. We'll go out and
we can check out all the Italian discrimination ourselves because we are going to do Boston and New York.
I don't want to go to any of these places.
Do some field research
for me.
It's so good.
Else.
Yeah, they're like a movie set. It's great. You got to come.
Are there any of them that didn't participate in this that we can highlight?
There are a couple of great ones that we can go check out
because this is so stupid.
Ciao, Roma.
Oh, good times. Well, thanks so much, Matt. I think I don't know for the crazy anti-Italian breakdown here. We firmly take the position that we are fully anti-Italian, and see Matt Cameron if you have any problems with that. All right.
50 Congress Street. Come find me.
Thanks so much for listening and watching. We'll see you for Rapid Response Friday, everybody.
Ciao.
This has been Opening Arguments, produced by Thomas and Lydia Smith, with editing help from Peter Baird. The intro is by Thomas Smith. This outro is by Matt Cameron. Support the show at patreon.com/law. Contact us through Patreon or openarguments@gmail.com. Make sure to follow our Blue Sky @openargs. But most of all, please share the show. Thanks for listening.